It is the Morning Vibe with me, Tyler Frye, 107.3 The Vibe. On the phone, Al Pitrelli, the great lead guitarist and music director of TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, just announced going to be here for 1 day, 2 shows, T-Mobile Center, December 6th, 3 o'clock, and then 7:30. Al, good morning, sir.
Thank you for having me. How you been, bud?
I've been good. We announced it, I think last week was the exact day. You guys are coming back to Kansas City, Saturday, December 6th. You got 2 shows, one at 3, one at 7. Let's talk about it.
We're coming back to the Kingdom of Champions. I can't wait.
Yes. What's up? One of your favorite things? I know people already say the barbecue. What's one of your favorite things to do or see in Kansas City when you're here?
I got a couple buddies who work over at Title Boxing, and their headquarters is in Kansas City. And then for years, I had a few of the guys come over to the T-Mobile Center and spar with me in the morning before a show. And I used to get beat up, so that activity ended poorly for me. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of good friends in the community, and yeah, the barbecue is awesome. But the people in your community, though, have just embraced this as part of their holiday tradition, and it will forever mean everything to me. And I really do appreciate that.
I was gonna say, my girlfriend went to the show last year when you guys were here. She took her daughter, and that was kind of like a family tradition. Do you have any family traditions of your own? Because, I mean, you guys are touring mostly during the holiday season. Do you have any?
Yeah, touring. That's become my holiday tradition. Listen, we've been touring. This will be the 26th year of touring, with the exception of COVID 2020. This is what we do. You know, the leaves start turning outside. Football season starts. I get on the phone with you. My kids go back to school, and Daddy gets back to work. And they just know the drill. And then wherever I am for Thanksgiving or Christmas, my family will fly out and we'll celebrate that way. And then, the big family tradition is when I get home, we have the entire family come over for New Year's Eve, and we celebrate New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve on that night. And, my kids got it made, dude. They have Christmas a couple times a year.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What can we expect from TSO December 6th, T-Mobile Center, for those 2 shows?
Well, what we decided to do this year is bring back the Ghost of Christmas Eve, which has become just a favorite of so many communities around America. We made that movie back in '99, and unbeknownst to me at the time, it was going to become a family tradition or a holiday classic, just like when I was a kid, it was Charlie Brown and Miracle on 34th Street or The Grinch or whatever,
Yeah.
And so there's especially in your community, there's a bunch of people that come back year after year. I affectionately refer to them as our repeat offenders. And they love coming back, and they love having their holiday traditions intact. But my job is to make it different enough every year and try to make it better every year. So although they have the familiar portion, I want to keep them on their heels for the rest of the night. So the opening of the show will be completely different than anything we've done. The entire look of the stage will be completely different. And in the back half of the show this year, we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the release of Beethoven's Last Night. So we're going to do a little mini set to tip our hats to that, which we've never done before in the winter tour. So a lot of surprises, a lot of fun, a lot of pyro.
How long does it take to get a tour, to make this tour? How long? Is this months in the work, weeks in the work, years in the work?
All year long, brother. I'll get home, like I said, around New Year's Eve. We'll take a week or 2 to catch our breath, and by mid-January, we're putting pencil to paper, figuring out how do we make this better. Look, I always equate it to the Super Bowl team, all right? Now, let's talk about the Chiefs. So when they won the Super Bowl, they got the ring, they got the trophy, fantastic, love you guys. And Andy Reid in the offseason would kind of deconstruct the entirety of it and rebuild it, because there's no guarantee, as we know, that you're going to win the next year. So I kind of always looked at TSO in the same way. Fantastic year last year, wonderful, okay? But that doesn't mean I'm going to have another great year the following year. So I will take musically everything apart and put it back together, so I know that, okay, I like this better, this works better, let's micromanage this song a little bit. Let's just, things that aren't going to be tangible to the audience, but it's going to make a difference of them going, this is amazing, or it sounds like last year.
Got it. Yeah, awesome. Saturday, December 6th, T-Mobile Center. 2 shows, one at 3, one at 7. Just a couple easy questions for you before we get you on your way. What's on your rider? Do you have anything crazy that you have that you want before a show?
Silence.
All right. Okay, that's good enough for me. What you said earlier,
no, nothing, dude. Those days are long gone. I mean, it's such a busy day that, we carry our own catering crew. Chef Mark, who actually, comes from Kansas City, we found him about 24 years ago. And it ended up being more cost efficient to have our own catering crew than it is for just local catering. So everything you could ever imagine that you'd want food-wise is in the building at all times, and he and I have become best friends. The only thing I asked him to do especially is every Sunday I want him to make, my great-grandmother's macaroni. Italian Sunday sauce.
Love
That's
that.
it.
Okay.
Other than that, we're good.
2 more questions. Fake tree versus real tree. What Christmas tree do you prefer?
I prefer a real tree, but I have a fake tree. Growing up a kid of the 60s, I can't tell you how many times you hear about those trees catching on fire.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and then the cleanup after the fact is a bit much. And to be honest with you, dude, I don't want to chop down a perfectly healthy tree just so I could have it in my living room. I got my 14-foot one I got from Home Depot. We're good.
Exactly. And speaking of trees, do you feel it's a certain day to put up a Christmas tree? Like a lot of people wait till after Thanksgiving. A lot of people put up in November.
I'm usually away from Halloween until New Year's, so I've learned to whatever my wife wants to do, that's the perfect day to do it.
Love that. Al Pitrelli from TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Saturday, December 6th, T-Mobile Center, 2 shows, 3 and 7. Al Pitrelli, thanks for taking time out of your morning and doing this.
Always, my brother. All my best for you and the family, and I can't wait to get back to Kansas City. And listen, I'm wishing us all good luck against Philadelphia on Sunday.
Yes, let's go. Let's go, Chiefs.
No joke. All right, brother. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.